All right, Shalom. I want to start off, as always, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Kodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love into the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this lesson, I just wanted to touch up on prophecy and the spirit of war that is being pushed in the earth right now. We're living in very exciting times, man. And the Most High God is putting the spirit on these leaders of these different nations, man, to fulfill his word, okay? And it's so beautiful to watch because we know that World War III, or the War of Armageddon, is tied to our salvation. It's tied to the downfall of Esau, Edom. And so for us as believers, man, it's a must that we continue to watch out for these things and to report on them to, prepare our minds, man. All right? Because this war is going to be a nuclear war, man. All right? It's going to be a very bloody war, and we're going to need to be saved, all right, from this destruction that's about to happen, man. So without further ado, I get into this lesson here, Lord willing, it's not too long. The first thing that I wanted to report on is this article here from livemint.com. As you can see, it says China's PLA deployed 6 warships in Middle East amid Israel-Hamas war, reports. So China has sent forth some warships, man. Okay, 6 to be exact, to the Middle East. All right. And this is all lining up with the prophecy of how the Lord will gather all these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat for this final showdown. Okay. And Jehoshaphat is just, a representing the Middle East. All right. A place where the Most High is going to judge these different nations, man. Okay. So, scrolling down here, all right, I'll read a little small portion of this. Okay. See here. Computer moving kind of slow. I don't know what's going on, but here we go. Yep. Here we go. It says China's People's Liberation Army, PLA, has deployed 6 warships in the Middle East as tension escalates in the region due to the ongoing war between Israel and Palestine. Militant group Hamas, a report says. It says the 6 warships include the Zebo, a Type 052D guided missile destroyer, a frigate Jigsaw, I guess is how you pronounce that word. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it. It says, and the integrated supply ship Kwangdo-hu. Please excuse me, all right? It says, we're part of the PLS 44th Navy Escort Task Force that recently took part in a joint military exercise with Oman. It says, the warship left the Muscat shores on October 14th for an undisclosed destination, the Chinese state media reported. It says the deployment comes as a time when the U.S. has sent USS General R. Ford, its most advanced carrier, along with a battle group to the West Asia region. Washington is also assisting Israel with the A-10 Warthog and F-15E attack planes, along with the latest munitions as the Benjamin Netanyahu-led regime continues its offensive on Gaza. So all of these nations, man, are starting to chip in on this tension area in the Middle East. Also, you had Turkey to come out to pretty much, speak out against those small hats. Vladimir Putin came out and spoke out against those small hats. So things are, are getting very, very interesting. Okay, very interesting, man. So had this little clip here. Well, this is a video from We On News. I'll play a small portion of it. Um, I had to sped up a little bit, so it's going to seem like it's kind of fast, but I just wanted to play it just so you can see where we are so far here in this tension between these small hats and Palestine. So as you can see, it says here, we on video. It says Israel-Palestine war brings 6 Chinese warships to West Asia. World at war. So here we go.
Hello and welcome to this edition of World at War. My name is Mohammed Saleh. Everything they say is fair in love and war. But think about it for a moment. Is it fair to drop bombs on hospitals, schools, and even historic churches? Make no mistake about it, even wars have rules. And in this conflict that is unfolding at this moment, every rule of war has been flouted. In fact, war crime after war crime has been committed in the last fortnight. And arguably, the worst war crime of this century so far has been committed when the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital that is managed by the Episcopal Church in Jerusalem was bombed, resulting in almost 500 casualties. The massacre has sparked international outrage. The Palestinians have blamed the Israelis for deliberately targeting and bombing the hospital. But Israel, after many retractions and versions of its defense, claims that it was a broken fragment of a Palestinian Islamic Jihad rocket that fell in the hospital. But what really is the truth? A simple explanation of this war crime lies in the fact as to which side in this conflict has the firepower to inflict this level of carnage, resulting in almost 500 casualties. Our next report gets more details. This is the moment when a deadly explosion ripped through the parking lot of the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital in the Zaytun neighborhood of the Gaza city. You must hear the screech and then the devastating explosion. Almost 500 people who were taking refuge in the parking lot of the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital had their lives snuffed out. There were bodies splattered everywhere. And this is the single biggest massacre of civilians in one incident since hostilities broke out. The Israeli military has put out aerial images of the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital after it was targeted. The visuals of the bodies splattered everywhere in the aftermath of the devastating explosion are so horrific that we are consciously choosing to not show them to you. But we want to show you this scene from the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital just 20 hours before the deadly bombing, full of children, women, and the elderly who were taken refuge in the Christian hospital because their homes had been bombed in Israeli strikes. And many among these children are now said to have been killed in the bombing. But who is responsible for this? The Palestinians have squarely blamed Israel for the massacre. They say this hospital had been bombed before the conflict as well. According to the World Health Organization, since the 7th of October, a total of 51 healthcare facilities, including hospitals, have been targeted. 15 healthcare workers have been killed, and over 27 healthcare personnel have been injured. Targeting hospitals, schools, and other places of refuge is a war crime. So what does Israel say about the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital bombing? Tel Aviv has blamed the Palestinian Islamic Jihad group, stating that a fragment from a rocket fired by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad had crashed into the hospital's parking lot, resulting in the fatalities. But questions have been raised about the credibility of Israeli assertions. When the Palestinian journalist Shireen Abu Akleh was killed last year, the IDF had first laid the blame on a bullet from a Palestinian militant, but 6 months later admitted that she was killed by an Israeli sniper. You must listen to this exchange at an IDF press conference over the hospital bombing.
Okay, man. So that's all that I'll play on that video. All right, it's pretty long, a lot of information in there, but as you can see, man, the world is waking up to Esau's madness. They know that he's guilty, for bombing those hospitals and slaughtering those children. You had Joe Biden to visit Israel, and that old ass nigga got on TV talking about, oh, well, Israel didn't bomb the hospital, the other side did it, or the other guys did it, That's typical, Edomite lies, man, but this tension is causing all the nations to um, speak out against it, and it's going to lead to the Most High words being fulfilled. All right. And shalom to you, brothers and sisters who tuning in, man. How about you, my Shabbat? But I get this precept here in the book of Joel. All right. And every day, this scripture, man, is starting to make more and more sense, and it's starting to be more and more clear as we draw nigh unto the end days, man. So this is Joel 3. I read verse 1 and 2. It says, "For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," all right, which is happening by way of the word. Brothers and sisters waking up all around the world, man. Okay. It says, verse 2, "I will also gather all nations." So while the Lord is bringing back his remnant, at the same time, he's building this war, man. So once again, this is all tied to our salvation. When the elect is sealed, all right, this war is going to take place. Okay, it's going to happen, man. But we know the other, prophecies have to take place, mainly that MOTB. But the war of Armageddon will take place. All right, it says, "I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," which in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat, which means pretty much the Lord's decision. All right, his judgment, and that's going to be taking place in the Middle East, man. All right, when all the nations are gathered together, it says, "And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." So this is for the controversy of Zion, as it says in Isaiah chapter 34, and I believe the 8th verse. This is for the Israelites' sake, man. The Most High is going to judge everybody for what has happened unto his people. It says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations," right? And those via the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, we were scattered amongst all the nations. It says, "And parted my land," in which you're seeing it happening right now with this situation between these small hats and Ishmael. Okay, they have parted the Lord's land, and they're fighting for an inheritance that don't belong to them. That inheritance was given unto us, not unto them. And in due time, we're gonna go back and get our land. Okay? When Yahweh shall come back, they getting about that land, bro. And we're gonna get that full blessing of what the Most High told Abraham in the beginning. Okay? So moving on here to the next thing. This is an article from RT News. It says US forced Ukraine to reject peace with Russia, ex-German chancellor. All right. And for those of us who have been watching this, man, we know that Babylon made Ukraine do what they did. Because old boy Zelensky, okay, he was ready to, meet and you know, and make this deal, man. But Esau told him no, pretty much. Okay. And I also heard another guy said that, look, if Zelensky were to make a peace agreement with Russia, he said that they would assassinate him. All right. He said they will wipe his ass out. So Babylon want this war, man. Okay. They want this tension, this beef with Russia, man. And Russia knows this. Okay. They know that America is using Ukraine as a proxy. But the world don't understand that. Okay. You Americans over here riding around with you know, um what's the damn country? Ukraine flags, right? They, you don't know nothing, man. Okay, but this devil, all right, he's causing this tension. He's causing these problems. He's causing the Ukrainian army to be fucking slaughtered. Okay, it's wild. All right, but it's the Most High doing it ultimately to build up this war, man. Okay, so I ain't gonna get into this article, man. You brothers and sisters can go read it. All right, it's on RT News, man. Came out yesterday, but I get this precept here. This is Psalm chapter 140, starting at verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." And that's Esau, man. Okay, he's an evil man. He's the violent man. All right. It says, "Which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war." And that's Esau Edom, man. Continually he's gathering for war. He's causing all this tension, all this strife, all this beef, man. And he's doing it, pretty much being an asshole, right? Antagonizing people and trying to be a bully. All right. And I think that's Psalms 110. It speaks about how he puffed at all his enemies, man. The devil, he's a control freak and he's very proud. Yep, here we go. I'll start at verse 4 here. This is Psalms 10, verse 4. It says, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts." And I believe if you read in certain margins of different Bibles, it says that his thoughts is there is no God. Okay? And that's Esau Edom, man. He's a very proud devil. It says, "His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight." And this is so true. Esau does not promote the Bible, man, as a law to keep, as something to follow and to do. And if he do tell you to follow the Bible, it's his way of doing it, right? He putting his Edomite twist on it, man. Christianity, all right? But they don't look, bro. Esau don't give a damn about the Most High ways, okay? Never did. Look at what he's promoting in the earth. It's evident, man. It says, "As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them," right? He puffed at his enemies, man. Very proud. Get on TV talking cash money, all right? And these American people, they take on that same mindset. Can't nobody defeat America. We're the greatest, da-da-da-da-da, right? But his pride is going to lead to his destruction, all right? It's going to lead to him being destroyed, man. So, moving on here, all right, to the next thing. This is a video from We On News, all right? It says, Israel-Palestine war. It says Palestinians have been oppressed for 75 years. And pretty much this video here goes into the different protests that's happening in the earth, man. All right, it is so much tension going on, especially here in Babylon the Great. Everybody is protesting and speaking out on social media. And all it's doing is just, added on to the division that's in the midst of this country anyway. All right, but I'm going to play this here. All right, yeah. Yes, I'll play this video, man, then I get into the precept, all right.
World continue to protest for Palestinian rights, from London in the UK to Sydney in Australia to Bangkok in Thailand to Rome in Europe. Hundreds gathered across these cities in solidarity with the Palestinian people. Israel is relentlessly bombing the civilian population in Gaza after Hamas led an attack on October 7th, where more than 4,300 people have been killed in the Israeli retaliatory attacks on Gaza so far. A particularly large crowd gathered in central London streets, decked in Palestinian flags and waving banners accusing Israel of committing war crimes in Gaza. Now, the protesters marched towards the government quarter of Whitehall.
เรามาเป่าประกาศว่าพี่น้องของเราถูกรังแกมา75 ปีไม่มีใครสนใจพวกเราเลยพอพวกเราขึ้นสู้เพื่อพี่น้องของพวกเราหรือพวกน้องของพี่เราขึ้นสู้โลกกับประนามว่าพวกเราเป็นกลุ่มการร้ายพวกเราไม่ใช่ผู้ก่อการร้ายนะคะ We are not the terrorists We are just defend ourselves We are not the terrorists
As a Palestinian who'd like to return home one day, as a Palestinian who has brothers and sisters in Gaza and family, I wish we can do more, but protest is what we can do at the minute.
And so there you have it, man. Protests all around the world. Okay, it's happening everywhere, man. And I think they had something out here in Houston, I believe, yesterday, man. If I'm not mistaken, it was some kind of thing going on where you had people protesting out here in Houston, man. It's crazy, but yeah, this division, man, this tension, okay, is all prophecy, bro. Main thing, all right? And this division going to continue to happen, all right, which is going to cause Babylon to fall. But real quick, this is 2 Ezra chapter 9, starting at verse 1 here. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do we measure the time, brothers and sisters? We measure the time by filtering events in the world through the Holy Bible, okay? We measure things by the events, by signs, all right, that's happening in the world. And we know that we are in the times of the end by what's happening in the world, okay? Moses gave us signs, all right, to look for. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? So we're experiencing part of the signs passing, man. World War III, MOTB, uprising of the people, famines, pestilences in diverse places, Jake bugging the hell out, these false prophets, Jake falling out. Is so many signs, man. Signs in the heavens, okay? We are experiencing parts of the signs. It says, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the thing that we are experiencing is all through the power of the highest, man. Okay, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. They're causing these things to happen, man. Okay? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we're seeing this constantly, man. Especially the uproars of the people, all right? And as we get closer to election, right, it's going to be more tension, more uprising of the people amongst these so-called, Democrats and Republicans and all of these people, man. The tension is going to continue to rise. And whoever get voted in as the president, man, trust and believe he was handpicked, okay? He already know that he's going to be the president right now. But the people not going to understand that. They're going to say, oh, no. If it's Joe Biden, oh man, the Democrats cheated. If Trump win, the Republicans cheated. They, did something with the votes, right? You people are crazy, man. But it's going to just cause tension, okay, which is what our Heavenly Father wants. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, okay? We're experiencing the end, man. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear. But you still have Jakes playing around, man. Playing games. Thinking that what we're doing is a joke, okay? Most likely we're ready to open up on this world, man. And for those of you amongst Israel who are not sincere, man, who are not locked in, just get ready to get put to death, man. Plain and simple, bro. Most likely not playing with none of us, man. It's time to lock in, bro. Like, more than ever. Okay, been time to lock in. But especially when you see all these signs happening, man. It's time to, stop BSing around and get it together, bro. All of us. Okay, because You're going to want the Most High's protection in the time to come. Guaranteed, man. It says, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So it's happening, man. All right. Most High God is working. And I'll play this last video, then I'm going to close out, man. It says Indian Navy gets third guided missile destroyer infill, however you pronounce that word, but I'll play this, then I'll close out.
Indian Navy has got a shot in the arm with the delivery of the third guided missile stealth destroyer Imphal. It is the first Indian warship with separate living spaces for women sailors. Imphal has been constructed by the Mumbai-based Moscow Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Imphal will get the Indian Navy ship or INS prefix after getting commissioned. It is the third of the 4 warships sanctioned under Project P15B. It aims at boosting the Navy's capabilities in the Indian Ocean region. INS Vishakhapatnam and INS Mormugao have already been commissioned. Surat, the 4th one, is under construction, and the development comes months after the Navy began inducting women as sailors for the first time under the Agnipath scheme. The 164-meter warship is capable of accommodating a 312-member crew, and it's armed with BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles and surface-to-air missiles.
All right, so that's it, man. I want to close out. I pray it was edifying, man, but I just wanted to show you these few things here that tension is rising, okay? Trying to get involved, you know, all these things happening, man. Hey, it's all the Most High is doing, okay? So just keep on watching, man. You know, keep on praying. All right, we only a few steps away, bro. Only a few steps away, man. So we're definitely gonna close out. I'll praise you, how by Shai, by Shem Chapadash, Devon to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom, man. Shalom. Be safe out there.